what even is a shortcut? A shortcut is basically a list of several actions that can be triggered with one click. Now let's get into my top 11 shortcuts from least to most actions. The first shortcut is called Leave Workspace, and it basically just pauses the music on my Mac and puts my display to sleep. Because when you normally put your Mac in sleep mode, the music keeps playing, which makes no sense in my opinion, so I built a shortcut to work around this. Now I could always go in the Shortcuts app and trigger it from here, but that would take way too long. So I assigned a keyboard shortcut to it, and now every time when I press Hyper L on my keyboard, my display goes to sleep and the music pauses on my Mac. The next shortcut is called OCR, and it's one of my favorite shortcuts I've ever made. I think we all know this problem, that we want to copy some text on our screen, but we just can't select it. With this OCR shortcut that I trigger over Spotlight or Raycast in my case, I can just select the word and it gets copied to my clipboard and I can paste it. There are even apps that charge you money for the same functionality. For example, Text Sniper costs $8 while my shortcut is free. The next shortcut is called Sort, and for that I'd love to give you a little demo. So what I have here is a list of a few simple words, but they're not sorted, they're just random. To sort this list alphabetically now, I just select that list, copy it to my clipboard, then trigger the shortcut, and I receive the same list but now sorted alphabetically. And when I click that away and paste it, the next shortcut might not be the most important one, but it's just nice and helpful. It's called Shorten URL, and it does exactly that. This link is already pretty short, but not short enough. So what I'm gonna do is I go ahead and copy it, then launch the shortcut, and then I can just paste the new link, which is even shorter. This is a pretty long story, but how long is it? To find that out, I'll just go ahead and copy it, then launch the count shortcut and see how many characters, words, sentences, and lines this text has. The next shortcut is also pretty helpful. It's called QR, and with QR I can scan and generate QR codes. Who would have guessed that, right? To scan a QR code, I just trigger the shortcut, click on scan, done, then select the QR code, and the link gets opened with my default browser. By the way, subscribe. But also generating a QR code is super simple. To do that, I just copy a link, launch the shortcut again, click on generate, done, and I have a QR code that I can scan with my phone. But it gets even crazier, because if I hit done now, I can save the QR code to the Finder to save it for later. By the way, scan that QR code now and your Wi-Fi will get 10 times faster. And one little side note for this shortcut, you need the app Actions in order to run this shortcut. You can download it free from the App Store. Alright, next shortcut, it's called Universal Wi-Fi Tool, and this shortcut can do a whole lot of things to your Wi-Fi. So when I run it, this time from the shortcut app itself, I can first toggle my Wi-Fi on and off. Then I can run a speed test, and for the speed test command I need the app Speediness, which is also free and can be downloaded from the App Store. And after waiting 10 billion years, here's the result from my speed test. But it can do even more. For example, get my IP address, which I probably need to blur because I don't want to get hacked. And lastly, it can get all of my Wi-Fi's data. The last shortcut is called Image Master. It's one of my favorites and it has 71 actions. But before I show you what exactly it does, I'll show you how to run it. As you might have guessed from the name, Image Master, it does something with images. I have this random image in my Finder, and now I can right click on it, go to Quick Actions, and then select Image Master. Then this little menu opens where I can perform all of these actions on that image. Let's for example blur that image, set the amount to the max, hit done, then save the image, and this is apparently how this image looks like with a whole bunch of blur on it. And also this shortcut needs the Action app, which is still free and can be downloaded from the App Store. By the way, all of these shortcuts are linked in the description, ready for you to download them. Now before I show you how you can level up all of that once again with automations, I wanted to ask you if you could send me your desktop. I'm not even joking, but when this channel hits 1000 subscribers, I'll rank all of your desktops. And right now I have just 5 desktops. So you know what to do. Subscribe and then hit the first link in the description to send me a screenshot of your desktop. And now back to the video. Before I talk about automations, I want to show you 2 more ways to run shortcuts. The first is to just put it in your dock. To do that, right click the shortcut and hit add to dock. Nice. Another way to run a shortcut is the share sheet. The share sheet is this little thing that appears whenever you click the share button. And as you can see, it also says shortcuts here. And when I click shortcuts, I can select this Image Master shortcut to run it just like I did over the Quick Actions. Now let's talk about automations. And I gotta be honest with you, they first seem pretty cool, but I didn't really find a use case for me. The only use case I found is that whenever I plug in a USB drive, the Finder opens. So I plug in a USB drive now. Of course you don't see that, but just trust me bro, and the Finder window opened. Not the most revolutionary thing in the world, but it is pretty helpful. If you have some better use cases for automations, please let me know in the comments. With Apple Shortcuts, I'm sure you've optimized your workflow quite a bit, but with a few simple apps, you can be even more productive. So you can watch this playlist where I show you a ton of free Mac apps.